Dune is directed by Denis Villeneuve, who previously gave us amazing fucking movies like Prisoners and Blade Runner 2049, Sicario, so many more. I honestly didn't have any fucking idea about Dune. I didn't know that it had a movie back in the 1980s or 70s. I didn't know it was based on a book. I didn't know shit about this movie. I didn't know this thing had a fan base which is as crazy as Star Wars and Lord of the Rings fan base. But I knew Denis Villeneuve, and I knew it's gonna be great. I just have complete faith in this guy. I just know he's gonna make fucking A-grade looking cinema, and he fucking did. From the very first shot of this movie gives you the feel of how huge everything is in this movie. I mean, everything looks fucking huge. Everything looks fucking gorgeous and fantastic. I mean, the magnitude of this movie, of everything in this movie, is just so big. Starting from A-list stars all around, like Oscar Isaac, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Stellan Skarsgård, Jason Momoa. They got fucking Thanos up in here, Josh Brolin. Everyone is in this movie. God damn. So you can expect an A-grade performance from everyone. And it is an A-grade performance from everyone. Every single person in this movie is fucking phenomenal. But let's talk about the main guy. Let's talk about the dude, Timothée Chalamet. I like the guy. The guy made some pretty good movies. And immediately while watching him, I felt like this is a role for him. So let me explain Dune for a bit for people like me who have no idea where the fuck this is from. So Dune is a sci-fi novel from 1965 by a writer called Frank Herbert. And Dune, many people I saw calling Dune as a Star Wars for adults. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of did feel like it. This movie definitely had that Star Wars-ish feel with the huge sci-fi element of this movie. The story also involves a lot of politics, a lot of cult, a lot of religious factors. I don't know if this movie matches with the source material. I'm pretty sure it does because I see a lot of people very, very happy, which rarely happens. I found the story of this movie very fascinating. I mean, there was a lot of factors, there was a lot of things going on, but it was very easy to catch. There's an emperor, there are different houses, there are different religious groups, and there are rebels, kind of like rebels. And there are people that have honor, there are people that don't have honor, there are alliances. So there is a lot of things that's going on in this movie, and everything seemed to focus on one guy, Timothée Chalamet's character, the Duke. So this guy had a lot to carry in this movie. And Rebecca Ferguson is fucking amazing in this movie as his mother. And these two are actually the main people that we follow in this movie. There are a lot of people in this movie, and this is how it feels a little bit like Lord of the Rings. Everyone in this movie is there to help Timothée Chalamet's character go out on his journey, to find who he is, to become what he's supposed to become. He has a lot of pressure on him. He has a lot of political pressure. He has a lot of religious pressure. There's a lot of beliefs going around. There's a lot of sides that want to use him. There's a lot of sides that want him dead. You know, there is a lot of things going on, and everything is focused on him. Let's talk about the little things that I didn't like about the movie before I start crying how good this movie is. The only thing that had me question this movie a little is the action scenes in this movie. The hand-to-hand combat action scenes, I didn't really love them. I didn't feel like they had a lot of weight to those action scenes. And there's a reason behind it. This movie utilizes amazing futurist texts, and not just for the sake of showing you futurist texts. These texts are based on where they live. These texts show you how they live and how they are used to survive. there's a certain tech that gives you a shield power, and if someone hits you really hard, you don't get hit, but it can penetrate after a while. Like if someone's holding a knife with pressure, it will eventually go in, but it won't immediately go in. So every fight scene, when everyone fights, there's this weird sound of that shield clattering with swords or knives or whatever. And it didn't make a full impact on anyone's body. And I feel like in that way, I just didn't feel any impact happening on anyone. It sometimes just felt like noises, and people dying. I don't know, might be a me thing, but yeah, that the fighting sequences were a bit disappointing for me. And another thing is, I knew this movie was going to be a two-parter or maybe even a trilogy, because when the movie starts, it tells you Dune Part 1. But I didn't expect this movie to end so abruptly. Like, it just ended suddenly. I didn't feel like this movie was a very long movie, which is, I think, a good thing. But this movie just felt like it actually ended halfway. I was maybe expecting this movie to go a little farther. I don't know where, but a little farther. I just feel like this ended very abrupt. There are a lot of things that happen, which I figured out later was in the very end, but it just felt like the beginning. And that is what this movie is. This movie is the beginning of the journey of the dude.
This is only the beginning.
Yeah, so let's get on to the good parts. The fucking visuals of this movie. I don't think I've seen anything better. Nothing tops this. Nothing. I don't think anything visually in 2021 tops Dune. Like I said, the magnitude of everything that there is in this movie is so huge. People look like ants. Everything is big. Every tech, every explosion is shown so beautifully. It's so unique. It's just mesmerizing. I don't know how they did the explosions of this movie, but seeing those explosions, seeing the destruction of this movie made me go,
holy shit, I'm gonna come.
yeah, it's that good. The cinematography of this movie is another thing. Every shot just feels like, I don't even know how it makes me feel. It made me feel fucking amazing. The cinematography gave this movie the dark tone that this movie has, the dark tone that this movie needs. Everything looks fucking gorgeous. Everything looks fucking beautiful. This is a true theater experience. I know this movie is coming out on HBO Max, and probably a lot of you will watch it on HBO Max. I understand there's a pandemic going on, but if it's possible, go out, go to the theater, watch this movie on fucking theater. It's gonna be worth it. Every single minute, every single shot, it's worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a solid 8 because it was fucking great. It was fucking mesmerizing, beautiful. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I hope it's a two-parter. I don't want to wait for like 4 or 5 years to finish this series. I hope they don't make it a trilogy, but I hope they do if it is necessary. I mean, if the story is that long, I don't know how long the books are. If the movie is that long, I don't mind a trilogy. If Denis Villeneuve is doing that, he's gonna do fucking crazy. I know it. So I'm okay with 3, but I would prefer 2. So hey, thank you so much everyone for watching as always. If you like the video, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.